I love film. Film is what inspires me, encourages me to go out and make my own movies, which is what encouraged me to start my own YouTube channel. And it keeps me going to watch the next movie and the next movie. Welcome to my top worst of 2017. In all honesty, this is a video that I have been looking forward to because there are movies out there that I absolutely fucking hate. Movies from previous years and this year, but I have never done a top worst list. So I'm getting my chance to do it, and man, am I gonna fucking do it. But just like my top 10 of 2017, I have some ground rules, some things that I have to go through first before I actually get to the list. First off, this is all my opinion, right? So it's completely subjective, it's all my thoughts, so you don't have to agree with it, okay? So another thing that I want to touch on very quickly is that in case you didn't notice, this video is titled My Top Worst of 2017, or of the year that it is. This will be the title for all my top worst movies of the year, but I titled it like this specifically because with my other video, the optimistic side of this, like the top 10 best movies of the year, I call it top 10, right? I haven't actually called this one top 10, but with the top 10 of the year, I actually put 10 in the title, so it's 10 good movies that I love, that were my favorites, all that stuff. With this specific video, this type of video, I haven't put top 10. I've just put top worst. And in doing that, that allows me to not actually put 10. That's kind of a way of me, like, doing a video like this without actually having to do 10. So, I mean, but the thing is, I don't actually watch a lot of movies like professional critics do. I am just an audience member. That's what I am. So I'm not going to watch 10 movies so that I could hate on 10 movies and put it in a top 10 list for the sake of a top 10 list. I'm not going to do that, okay? So for this video, there are only 5. Let's get into these shitty movies. Now, this is one that I know I will get hate for. At number 5 is Thor Ragnarok. Now, oh shit, I just felt that. Okay, don't hate on me, because I know a lot of people love this movie. I personally don't see it, but I am the minority. There is a very extreme minority of people who actually don't like this film. Unfortunately, I'm in that minority, and I'm sad to say that I am. I really am. I was really looking forward to this movie. We were told that this was going to be a fresh take on Thor. It was improvised and off the cuff. And I was excited for it because you know, after seeing Guardians of the Galaxy, the first and second one, I was like, shit, man, this could be a really good movie. But I was kind of disappointed for two things that really pissed me off about this movie. Also, to be clear, I don't hate the movie. It's actually a pretty enjoyable movie. It just could have been so much better than what it was. And the things that do piss me off is, number 1, this movie doesn't have as much character depth. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, it had just as many jokes and quips as this one does, but it had emotion. I cried quite a bit. I connected with the characters. I felt what they were going through. But with this, it just lacked. There are times where the movie does try to give us some character depth, some drama, some emotion, but when it does, it's just a lead up to a joke. There's always a joke at the end of everything. And I'm going to put it all in a nutshell for you. The movie ends with Asgard exploding, right? And imagine it in their position. They are watching their home die. But there is a joke at the end of that. What the fuck? Why? Why is there a joke? Like, that Korg guy, like, he's a funny character, he's great. But he stands there and he's like, oh, we can rebuild from the ashes, we can bring it back, while watching the world explode. And then when it finally finishes exploding, he's like, oh no, you can't build that shit back up. How disrespectful is that? Like, honestly, this movie just feels like it's making jokes for the sake of making jokes. At number 4 is yet another movie I know I'm gonna probably get hate for, is Kingsman: The Golden Circle. This one is very much like Thor. Not in that it's the same movie, but I was anticipating this movie. Of course I was. We all were. This was the sequel to Kingsman: The Secret Service. I was just lost in this movie. This movie tries to do so many things that I just lose interest. This movie is not boring. You can have fun with it. You can have fun, to clarify, you can have fun with this movie, Kingsman: The Golden Circle and Thor Ragnarok, but they just have some problems that really hinder the movie. With this one, they try and fill this movie with too much shit. It falls into the realm of sequel-itis. They try and do too many things. Also, too many fucking deaths. I'm not going to spoil it, but there are 2 deaths in this movie. They are pivotal characters from the first movie. They survived the first movie, but they die in this one. So to clarify, those previous 2 movies that I just mentioned are okay movies, right? They're okay because they're fun, but they just have too many things hindering them, right? Too many bad things that just don't work in a movie in general. These next 3 are actually bad movies, okay? At number 3 is the Emoji Movie. Holy shit! Why does this movie exist? I have no idea. There's no reason for this movie to exist. This is the most unnecessary movie that I've ever seen. Like, I've never looked at a movie and said, that is, like, the whole movie was unnecessary. I've never looked at a movie and said that. With this, it's fucking unnecessary. They fill this movie up with the dumbest fucking jokes and the dumbest fucking moments, and it's boring. Like, this movie made me laugh, but not in a good way. Like, I was laughing at how stupid it is and how stupid some of the jokes and moments are. Like, for example, the poop emoji played by Patrick Stewart. Yeah, Patrick Stewart plays poop. Yeah, fuck this movie for that. Fuck you, Sony. I love Patrick Stewart, and why would they do that? But he plays the poop emoji, and he says, when he's at work, "Oh, I'm just doing my duty." Holy shit. At number 2 is 50 Shades Darker. Now, this one, I was actually surprised. Didn't start off as boring and as shit as the first one. The first one was just dull and boring and the same shit over and over again. This one actually tried to have a story, and at times trying to have a story kind of ruins the movie. But how it started off, I was interested with learning more about Christian's past. Also, Christian tries to get back into a relationship with Anastasia Steele, and he says, "Look, I'm gonna stop with the BDSM and all that stuff." He's gonna stop it because, like, he realizes it's fucked up. It looked like they were trying to progress. They were trying to move forward and become better people. Nope! This movie just ends up at the same fucking point as the first one. She actually says, after she broke up with him in the first one, said that she doesn't want to keep doing that shit in this one. She ends up allowing him to do it anyway and wanting him to do it. She says, "Oh, things change." No, they're not changing. You're just doing the same shit as the first fucking movie. Also, this movie, like, okay, the movie started off, like, I was actually interested to where this movie could go. Christian's past was being explored. That's character exploration 101, exploring a character's past. Also, and there was progression, there was character development. He was going to try and stop doing this. They were going to move on and become a normal couple. I found that interesting. No, that's not good. That doesn't happen. The movie just completely abandons that, which I actually found interesting. For all these endless side stories that are not necessary, they don't make any sense. Like, one, there's this blonde fucking guy who wants Anastasia and is kind of competing with Anastasia, competing for Anastasia, shall I say. Also, there's this other side story with Christian's past dominant, played by Kim Basinger. Also, how the fuck did she go from Nice Guys to fucking this shit? Anyway, she There's like a moral back and forth, like a moral struggle between Anastasia and Christian's previous dominant. She says he's not like this. He can't progress. He can't move forward. He won't get married. You won't change him. La di da di da. And she's saying, I will, I will, I will. And another side story, if you can call it that, is Christian gets into a helicopter crash and goes missing for like less than 5 minutes of the fucking movie. Around 5 minutes. 5 minutes or less, he goes missing and he comes back and he's like, how are you guys? Gets back with Anastasia. It's like, but it didn't do anything for the story. He just goes missing, comes back, and it's just the same. It just ends up being the same shitty movie that it was before. At number 1, I'm sure no one watched this movie. The Beguiled. Holy shit. What the fuck is this shit? This movie follows Colin Firth as a Yankee who gets injured and then taken under the care of a school of women. And you can see why people might dislike him because he's a Yankee. But this movie is just so fucking boring as shit. This movie has so many chances to have tension, but it just doesn't. It's not even trying. And I kept my eye on the time. You have to wait an hour and 10 fucking minutes for anything actually eventful to happen. For this hour and 10 minutes, all they're doing is just walking around the house, doing chores and stuff. That is all they are fucking doing. I don't want to talk about this shit anymore. Honestly, it's such a bad movie. It's boring, and they try to make this guy, this Yankee, they try and make him out to be the bad guy, but he just isn't. Honestly, man, I thought this video was going to go a whole lot better. Anyway, I'll see you in another video that is coming out really soon. My upcoming in 2018 video, or coming in 2018 video. It's a video, an announcement video, basically, where I'm going to announce a bunch of videos that will be coming out next year. That video is coming out on the 1st of January, so keep an eye out for that. I'll see you guys in that video. Thank fuck I am over talking about these movies.